What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chili Month 2023. We are kicking off the channel's Chili Month with Cincinnati Chili. Now, before you wonder if I'm picking favorites, I am. I'm from Cincinnati. We grew up going out to eat at our local chili parlor every Tuesday night for dinner, and I want to show you how to make it at home if you're not in the area. So, a brief history on Cincinnati Chili. Cincinnati Chili has been around since the early 20th century. It was developed by Middle Eastern immigrants, and therefore it has a unique flavor profile similar to that in Greece, including flavors like allspice, cinnamon, cocoa, and cloves. You heard me right. Additionally to its unique flavor profile, Cincinnati Chili has a thin consistency and is served on a bed of fresh spaghetti or used as a hot dog topping on a coney dog. They're incredible. So today we're gonna cook up a bunch of Cincinnati style chili. We're gonna do it in a 6-quart crock pot, which will serve about 12 to 16 people over noodles. So if you don't need to make this much, just dial everything down. All the ingredients and instructions are in the description below. From the YouTube channel that says try this at home, let's get cooking. Alright, so today we're not going to use the stove. Instead, I'm going to use my new Blackstone E-series indoor-outdoor electric griddle. By no means do you have to have this to make this chili. I just wanted to show you guys this thing, and since we're using a large proportion of beef, I thought this would just be a little bit easier. But if you don't have one of these, just go ahead and use a large pan. So I'm going to heat both sides up to medium heat. I got my flippers here. And 3 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. So once we have come up to temperature, I'm going to go ahead and just start evenly distributing the ground beef with this cool little E-series spatula. I thought it would be cool to show you guys the temperature reader on this device and how much the temperature goes down whenever you move from side to side. So as I speed this up here, I want you to go ahead and take a look at that. You see how the heat just went down? I'm going to go ahead and remove the lid and do this little choppy thing here. And I'm going to leave it on one side. Watch the right side start to recover. Go ahead and clean up a little bit, and then I move it over and look at how the heat goes into the meat. I just thought that was neat. I don't know if you guys needed to see that or not. So as the beef starts to brown, then I'm going to go ahead and add 3 cups of diced onion. And I understand onions don't come in cups. Onions come in onions. I got my 3 cups in about one on the higher side of a medium large onion. So we're just going to go ahead and get those nice and softened up in a little bit of grease, and then go ahead and start mixing everything together. Making a mess again. I see what you're doing. And as the beef begins to finish browning, I'm going to move it over to one side and just kind of scoop it all up into one pile so I can get some of the grease out and push that to the back. And now we're going to go to the crock pot. This is a 6-quart. I'm going to go ahead and start heating it to high. And I'm going to start transferring the beef and onions. Just like so. And once you're all transferred, I'm going to add 4 cups of beef broth, a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce, three tablespoons of this instant garlic, just for convenience, 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and all of our seasonings. You can find that in the description below, or feel free to pause that part of the video and then stir it all together. Now, this has a rather soup-like consistency right now, but don't worry. It's going to cook down quite a bit, and then towards the end, if you want a true Cincinnati chili consistency, either go ahead and hit it with a potato masher or an immersion blender. I lost this footage, but I use an immersion blender. Alright, we made it. So, I got some spaghetti boiling. It's about done. And I'm going to show you how to make my favorite chili dish if I were to go out to eat to a place like Skyline or Gold Star or Empress Chili or Blue Ash Chili or Camp Washington. We have a few Cincinnati chili restaurants around here. Makes sense, right? My favorite thing to order is called a 3-way, which is spaghetti bed, chili, and then cheddar cheese. So to make that, you're going to want to find thick spaghetti. Don't use angel hair. Just don't. You can, but you shouldn't. So I got that going here. I'm going to turn that off and remove from heat for a minute. I got a spaghetti bowl. We got our chili that you just saw me make. And I have some shredded cheddar jack. This is so amazing. So additionally, a 4-way is this plus diced onions or kidney beans. And a 5-way is onions and kidney beans. And then on the coney side, you take a hot dog that's been steamed, and then you put your chili on top, and then cheese, that's a cheese coney. And much the same, you can do a coney with mustard and onion, whatever. Those are some of our Cincinnati favorites. It really fuels the city. I love it. I hope you love it. I hope you try this. And let me know if you do. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get myself a nice bed of spaghetti. Little more. That'll do. Spaghetti. Go ahead. Stir it up nicely. Look at that. That's the right amount there, I'm gonna say. Top it off with some nice cheddar cheese. I've been liking this cheddar jack recently. The combination of the jack cheese makes it melt real nicely. Look at that. Can you see it? Oh. Alright, so I got a fork. Other common toppings you can put on this if you were to go out to eat is sour cream and oyster crackers. Delicious. So, check this out. Give it the old-fashioned twirl. Steamy, chili-y, cheesy. Warms my heart every time I make Cincinnati chili at home. It's been such a big part of my life. And all my friends who've moved away, when they come into town, you know where we're going. And to be able to make it at home is truly awesome. So guys, this concludes week 1 of Chili Week. Make sure you like, comment below, make sure you're subscribed. Next week, I'm going to attempt to make the other cult following chili, Texas style chili. So stay tuned for that. I thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time, be well. I don't know what everybody else is eating tonight.